Good afternoon, and we are going over division right now, and I want to show you the two methods that we're using primarily to solve division problems. So I've written down 1,320 divided by 24, and one problem that we might have is we'll say Mrs. Moore's class has 24 students and each count by the same number. Each student only says one number. The last student says 1,320. By what number are they counting? So we're using that for as a story problem so students understand what a division story problem looks like. So what they're doing here is they're drawing a box. They're going to go 24, and then they're going to go ahead and put 1, 3, 2, 0. I'm going to go ahead and split those up. So how many times does 24 go into 1? Goes in there 0 times. That's 1. I bring this number up here. How many times does 24 go into 13? Goes in there 0 times. So 0 times 24 is 0. 13 minus 0 is 13. I'm going to bring this over here, and that equals 13. Then what I need to do is I need to figure out, okay, how many times does 24 go into 132? What I like to do is I like to look, how many times does 2 go into 13? So what we're going to say there is I know 6, but 6 times 20 is 120, but 6 times 4 is 24, so that'd be 144. That's a little too much, so I'm going to go 24 times 5. And I've told the students to go ahead and do this and write down to show their math. That way they're not making any mistakes. And that equals 120. So I'm going to write 120, but I need to remember to write my 5 right there, and then I'm going to subtract. That equals 2, 1, 12. I bring this up here. That equals 120. How many times? 5. So 120 minus 120 equals 0. So we know that Mrs. Moore's class is counting by 55. Another way that I can do this is I can go right here, 1,320 divided by 24. And then draw a line down here. How many times does 24 go into 132? Well, I'm going to say 5. And we know that that equals 120. Okay, I can subtract, but I know that there's not a 0 here. I need to add a 0 here, add a 0 here. That makes that equal 50. So now I can go ahead and subtract 2. That equals 120. Now how many times does 24 go into 120? We're going to write 5 here. That equals 120. I'm going to subtract. That equals 0. If I add this up, that equals 55. I'm going to write the 5 over the 10s, the other 5 over the 1s, and there we go. So those are the two strategies that we're using for division. Have a great day.